One day, a young traveler named Nolan was walking through a mountain path. He looked tired, worried, and deeply upset. As he walked, he came across a wise old teacher named Cedric who lived in a small cabin near the forest. The teacher noticed the sadness on Nolan's face and asked, "My son, why do you look so troubled?" Nolan sat down and sighed heavily. "Everything has gone wrong in my life." "What happened?" asked Cedric. Nolan replied, "I worked for years at a shipping company. Last week I lost my job. Yesterday I lost my savings in a failed investment. Today my fiancée ended our engagement. Everyone keeps saying everything happens for a reason, but I don't believe it anymore." The old teacher listened quietly. Then he smiled and said, "Let me tell you a story." Nolan folded his arms. "Fine, I'll listen." Cedric began. Many years ago, in a distant town, there lived a blacksmith named Walter. Walter was hard-working and honest. He lived with his wife Evelyn and their young daughter Lily. Although they were not rich, they were happy. Every day, Walter worked at his forge making tools for farmers and craftsmen. One summer, disaster struck. A fire broke out in the workshop. Within hours, everything was destroyed. His tools, his equipment, his savings, his livelihood. The entire workshop burned to the ground. When the flames finally died, Walter stood staring at the ashes. "I've lost everything," he whispered. His neighbors gathered around him. Many felt sorry for him. One elderly neighbor said, "Perhaps this happened for a reason." Walter became angry. What possible reason could there be? No one answered. Weeks passed. Walter searched for work everywhere. Nobody needed another blacksmith. Money became scarce. Food became limited. The family struggled. One evening Evelyn found Walter sitting alone outside. He looked defeated. "What are you thinking about?" she asked. Walter replied, "I spent 20 years building something, and in one night it vanished." Evelyn sat beside him. "Then we'll build something new." Walter shook his head. "I don't even know where to begin." The next morning, a wealthy businessman named Arthur arrived in town. He had heard about the fire. Arthur was looking for skilled workers to help build a large manufacturing workshop in a nearby city. After speaking with Walter, he offered him a position. The pay was better than anything Walter had ever earned. At first Walter refused. "I don't want to leave my hometown." But Evelyn encouraged him. "This might be the opportunity we've been waiting for." Reluctantly, Walter accepted. The family moved to the city. Life slowly improved. Walter learned new techniques. He worked with modern equipment. He gained valuable experience. Within 3 years, he became one of the most respected craftsmen in the company. Then another unexpected event occurred. The owner decided to retire. Many employees applied for leadership positions. Because of his reputation and skill, Walter was chosen to manage the entire operation. His salary doubled. His family moved into a beautiful home. Lily attended excellent schools. Everything seemed perfect. One day, while cleaning old documents, Walter found a newspaper article about his hometown. He learned something shocking. A few months after the fire, the land where his workshop had stood became contaminated by underground chemicals. Many business owners who remained in that area suffered serious financial losses. Several workshops closed permanently. Had Walter stayed, he likely would have lost everything anyway. For the first time, he looked back at the fire differently. The disaster he hated had actually led him toward a better future. Years later, Walter became one of the city's most successful business owners. During an interview, a reporter asked him, "What was the turning point in your life?" Walter smiled. "The day my workshop burned down." The reporter looked confused. Walter laughed. At the time, it felt like the worst thing that ever happened. Then he added, "But sometimes life closes one door because another door is waiting to open." The teacher paused. Nolan sat silently. Then he said, "That's a good story, But it's still just a story. My problems are real. Cedric smiled. Then let me ask you something. What? Did you enjoy your old job? Nolan hesitated. Not really. Did it challenge you? No. Did it make you happy? No. The teacher nodded. And the investment you lost money on? It was risky. And your engagement? Nolan looked down. We argued constantly. Cedric leaned forward. Then perhaps life removed things that were already falling apart. Nolan remained quiet. The words stayed in his mind. Before leaving, Cedric said, do not judge today's events too quickly. Time has not finished telling your story. Months passed. Nolan followed the teacher's advice. Instead of focusing on his losses, he focused on improving himself. He learned new skills. He attended professional courses. He met new people. He started freelancing online. At first, progress was slow, but gradually opportunities appeared. 1 year later, a technology company offered him a position. The salary was much better than his previous job. The work was exciting. He finally enjoyed what he did. 2 years later, he started his own consulting business. The company grew rapidly. His income increased beyond anything he had imagined. One day, he attended a business conference. There he met a woman named Claire. She was kind, intelligent, and supportive. Over time, they became close friends. Eventually, they married. Their relationship was built on trust and mutual respect. Several years later, Nolan happened to meet an old colleague from his former company. During their conversation, he learned something surprising. The shipping company that had fired him had eventually gone bankrupt. Most employees lost their jobs. Many struggled financially. Had he remained there, he would have faced the same situation. Later he learned that the investment he lost money on had become involved in legal investigations. Investors who stayed suffered even larger losses. And his former fiancée had entered another relationship that ended badly. As he reflected on everything, Nolan suddenly remembered the teacher's words. Time has not finished telling your story. Now he understood. Every painful event had redirected him toward something better. Not immediately, not obviously, but eventually. One afternoon he returned to the mountain cabin. Cedric was sitting outside watching the sunset. The teacher smiled. I was wondering when you'd come back. Nolan laughed. You were right. Cedric raised an eyebrow. About what? Nolan replied. When I lost my job, I thought my life was ending. When I lost my savings, I thought my future was ruined. When my engagement ended, I thought I would never be happy again. But each loss pushed me toward something better. The teacher nodded. Sometimes blessings arrive disguised as problems. Nolan sat quietly watching the mountains. For the first time, he felt grateful for every difficulty he had faced. Friends, what do we learn from this story? Life does not always make sense in the moment. Some doors close. Some plans fail. Some opportunities disappear. And some people leave. When these things happen, it is easy to believe that life is being unfair. But often, time reveals a purpose we could not see before. The setback that hurts today may protect you from a bigger problem tomorrow. The failure that disappoints you may prepare you for greater success. The ending you fear may become the beginning you need. So never lose hope during difficult times. Be patient. Keep moving forward. Trust the process. Because life is still writing your story. And remember, everything may not make sense today. But with time, you may discover that everything happened for a reason. If you enjoyed this story and want more motivational life lessons like this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you in the next inspiring story.